Good morning and welcome to Winnipeg. It's the first morning we get to try Kevin's new mug. By the way, it was Kevin Waterman that sent this. I wasn't sure at first when I did my box opening. I thought of Kevin because of South Dakota. Kevin lives in South Dakota. So anyway, yeah, I did a little bit more research on this sub afterwards, and wow, what a difference between submarines of today and submarines of 70, 80 years ago. Like the one I'm building now. But the only similarity is they go underwater. And they have propellers still. Okay, what was that movie? I think it was Hunt for Red October. And the submarine allegedly had some silent propulsion system. Or at least one of them did. Well, you can do anything in the movies, right? You could have the submarine fly through the air. Anyway, enough of that. Now, I did come back to the model table yesterday afternoon and evening for quite a bit. And I tried the decal thing, and I made a mess of it. You'll see in the rollback. Yeah, and this morning, where's our sunrise there? Can we see it? Yeah. Well, we can see that there might be a sunrise this morning. We'll know at the end of today's episode. I know some people like to watch for it, and other people probably never watch it. Okay, what are we going to do here today? Well, first of all, we're going to roll back and see what happened yesterday afternoon and evening. Yeah, I worked on this little part right here. That's what I tried to put the decal on, and I almost got it. At first, I thought I was going to have it. Well, let's just roll back and you'll see what happened. Okay, it is still pizza day, and 5:32 in the evening, late afternoon, and it is very dark outside. Yeah, pretty soon though the days are going to start getting longer. Okay, we are going to try and do some decals here. We've got three very small little individual, very small pieces of decal. I don't think I've ever done anything this small, unless maybe the decal that I put on the side of the aircraft on the Bismarck. What was that, the AR-17 or something? I can't remember. Anyway, I think we're set up here. We can stick on the macro lens, and I've got it so that it should stay in the field of view. That's why I've got it on this rotating thing here. And, now, Ed and Carol, you probably thought I'd forgotten about the Christmas cake. No, I didn't. I wanted to get other people's opinion about how that other one that you saw me cutting here on the table here turned out. And as I expected, they said it was good. It was very sweet, but it was a little bit on the soggy side. So right now, as I'm speaking to you, in the kitchen, in the oven, is another version of it. There is less of the cherry syrup. There are a little bit more almonds. We're going to have to wait, though, until tomorrow, until it cools down, to cut it open and see what we think of it. But, yeah, if it looks like it's okay, I can give you to the exact gram and of what the ingredients is. So, yeah, that might be kind of different. Yeah, anything to keep from having to paint, right? Okay, let's stick our macro lens on here and zoom in right here and see if we can cut those out. They are very small, very small. Yeah. Okay, we want numbers 57, 58, and 59. And unless you get the light just right, you can't actually see the decal itself. It sort of blends in with the paper backing. But the decal is only slightly larger than this area that you see right here. Now I think the way I'm going to do this is I'm going to leave the numbers attached. Give me something to hold on to. We don't need to leave the numbers on the sheet here. So I'm hoping my blade is going to be strong enough, or sharp enough rather. We're just going to go like this and cut like so, and 59. Now we'll go across the top here, above where the decal is. Okay. And this way, if I get them mixed up, the numbers will be attached. And maybe I better just hold that down. Excuse my gimpy finger here. I might be pressing harder than I need to. Am I getting too close here, maybe? Yeah, this is very, very small, isn't it? Okay. All right, they're all separated. No, I can see that the decal itself is much smaller than this piece of paper that we've cut off here. Now I'll be able to grab hold of this now with a tweezer, and I was going to try and prick it with a knife here so I could pick it up, but it's not working out. All right. Okay, I think we're ready to get ourselves some warm water and see if this is going to work. And if it isn't going to work, then I will rehydrate the decal, remove it from the part, and then try and paint these individual, which is what I should actually be doing. I should actually be just paint. Oh, don't poke it. Painting these individual pieces by hand. Like somebody suggested, put a little bit of paint on the end of a toothpick or a cocktail stick. And but I want to see if I can actually do this with the decal. That's what this is all about. You know, it's about having fun, right? Well, this is kind of fun. Okay, I was just about ready to take everything apart here. And then I realized that we need the number 16. And the number 16 goes on the lower half of this part. And of course the pieces that we cut off previously go here, here, and here. Or at least that's the plan. Okay. Now, try and get my light right here. May as well keep the 16. No, I don't want to go cutting up into this clock here. I'm just going to have to angle this just a little bit here. See, we're going to go to about right, just, maybe I should go this way first. Okay, that's got it. Okay, here we go. Okay, now we'll get our water. Okay, the cake is out of the oven. It sure smells good. And I hope it's done in the middle. Guess we'll find out tomorrow. All right. Now the idea here is to get ourselves a little bit of stabilization going here. I should be able to get that blue tack out of the back later. Alright. Now, yeah, we'll work on the top three first. I think that's pretty well in focus, pretty much. About as good as we can get here. What do we got? ISO 2000. That's, I don't know, maybe we don't need this extra light. Let's see if it's going to improve things or not. Oh yeah, makes it a little better. Brings out the detail. Cast shadows on all those little bumpy things. All right. All right, now number 57 goes on the left side, and 58 is in the middle, and 59 is on the right. So we'll do 57 first. Don't want to damage it here. It's hard to pick up. I'm going to use the self-locking tweezers. Okay, I'll get it locked in place. Make sure I'm not pinching on the decal that we want to remove, and we aren't. Alright, now let's, do I have, I'm going to use the micro sol, or the solva set rather. I'm going to use the micro set to slide it around, and the solva set to dissolve the plastic. So here we go. Do I have a brush here that I need? I do now. Alright, now does it look like this is going to want to slide around on the paper? Or is it not ready yet? No, it's ready. Okay, I'm going to try not to come in and block your view here. I'm going to do my very best. Okay, you know what? I need my other glasses on. Where are they? Yeah, you can sort of see where this is supposed to line up. It almost looks like a little face with two big eyes on the top, mouth on the bottom, and a nose with 4 snorts. Nostrils, I mean. Okay, I think I pretty much got that. If I could absorb the water that's underneath there. Now, maybe we could use our solva set right now, because I pretty much got that in the right place. Let's try not to spill it. I wonder if I could use a thirsty brush here, as Gabe would say. Try and get rid of some of that water. Oh, it's stuck. Okay, let's get our solva set going here. Now this will actually dissolve the plastic. Oh, look at that. That's not good. That's not good. Oh, it completely folded over on me. It completely folded over on me, and it was there. You know what? There is nothing I can do with this now. I haven't had a lot of experience with decals, but I know that when they start, when they start going like this, they're starting to dissolve. Oh, isn't that too bad? Okay, you know what? We tried here. I'm going to paint these things. Yeah, I'm going to paint them. This is just this is a UK Jason's good at decals, but I'll bet you even he'd have trouble with this. Okay, let's clean that up here and get out the black paint. And you know what? Maybe what I should do is, being as we're going to be painting it, maybe I should paint the whole thing. With the what was it that they said? The 335. Yeah, let's paint the whole thing with the 335 and then put little black dots in the appropriate places. Boy, that cake smells good. And me on a diet. Oh, yeah. I have just edited out everything that we have taken here this evening so far. I was going to call it quits, and I thought, no, let's see if we can't maybe paint this thing. And I'm going to just make myself a little handle here using some quick setting. It doesn't have quite the melding effect, and it seems to be evaporating faster than I can. That should be all right. All right, let's go shake up our paint. Okay, we'll let that dry and shrink wrap, and then I'm not going to do a second coat on it. And then we'll try and put little black dots where they're supposed to go. Okay, it's pretty much dry now. But I was noticing after, when I was looking at it closely, I hadn't really done a very good job, so I went over it a second time and touched up where I'd sort of missed. But we're going to wait for the morning now. So, yeah, we'll see you in the morning. Okay, it is morning. I think it's time now to cut this cake and see, is it look like it's a little bit more well done in the middle, or did I screw it up? And you remember I mentioned that I don't like to be touching food that I'm going to be giving to somebody else with my bare hands. And even worser, I don't like it if somebody touches food that I'm about to eat with their bare hands. Worser? Okay. I think I said this the last time. I just love these silicone baking pans. I wish it was a little bit bigger. Okay, now we should be able to just peel it out of there. Now this is a brand new rubber glove, by the way. Look at that. Okay, now which way are we going to cut this? I think it's a little bit wider one way than the other. Now, if you remember the last one, I cut the crusts off so that it would sort of look nicer, the way you would get it if you bought one in the store. And at least 2 people commented, and they said that the crusts are the best part. And yeah, I got to admit. So this one I'm going to cut it this way, I think. And I think I better stand up to do this. It might take a little bit of force. Okay. Now we want to get it even so that the kids don't fight over it. One is going to go to my daughter, and the other is going to go to my son. Oh, it cut a little bit better. I think we got it. I think we've got it here, folks. Let's just have a little look here. All right. Lots of cherries and lots of nuts, and it does not look soggy. Okay. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to put the ingredients. I'll probably superimpose the ingredients somewhere along here, and I'll also try and remember to put it in the description so that you can maybe copy paste it if you want, if you know how to do that. Okay, this actually turned out quite nice. Yeah, I'm very happy with this. Okay, enough poking at it. Next thing I'm going to start eating it. Okay, I just shook this up in the back room. This is Tamiya XF1. It has been opened. I don't know how old it is. The T means I thinned it. Probably used it in the airbrush for something at some time. And the plan is to try and now I know that some people have been talking about dry brushing. Okay, you just dry brush it and try and just catch the raised surfaces. I don't know if I want to try that. I'd probably end up making a mess of it and have to repaint everything. No, I might end up making a mess of it anyway here. Maybe I should have a smaller brush, which is, I believe it's this one right here is my skinniest brush. I know that Gabe gave me one here that was probably a little bit better, but I'm used to this one here, and I think I can actually do a better job. All right, let's stick on the macro lens and see what we can do. Okay, if you'll remember, the decal that we were going to put on is pretty much black. All the little dots are black. So, and anyway, this module thing that we're painting right now is going to be so far back that nobody's going to see it anyway. I don't know why I'm going to spending all this time trying to do it. But I think just for the fun of it, actually. Now, yes, I do realize that there are little air bubble thingies going on the sides there. I saw that yesterday already. Okay, let's got my magnification hood on here, and just trying to untangle my paintbrush. Alright, let's just start at the center and work our way out. We'll try one of the bigger ones. Another bigger one. I'm not going to try and, I'm not going to try and swipe it on. I'm just going to try and drop it on. That one didn't go quite as well. Okay, now for the smaller ones. Now this square one, I'm going to have to sort of... it's not going on quite as good. Maybe this paint is just a little bit too thinned out. I'm going to bring this around here like this. Whoops. Nobody's gonna know. Be interesting to know what these things actually were. Now this square one here, I had difficulty with that. I wonder if I should be painting the, notice there's a hole, there's two holes in this thing. I'm wondering if I should be trying to put a little bit of white or something in it. Now this one here, got these two circles, so let me refresh here a bit. Okay, I'm wondering if it might look better if I was to maybe just go in the center and just build up around the outside just a little bit here. I know I say this a lot, but this is something that our friend Gabe would be really good at. Okay, now we've got that bang that you heard a second ago. That was my the chain on my old grandfather clock adjusting itself. Yeah, let me get this over here so you can see a little better maybe. I hope I didn't get too much on. Now these four really small ones, there's four small ones here and four small ones there. I don't know if I can do it or not. Oh, got too much on. I might have been better off to have just left them. Well, folks, it is what it is. This one could possibly use a little bit more. Oh, wouldn't you know? Instead of making it better, I made it worse. Okay. Well, like I say, it is what it is. Okay, now before I touch up this top edge here, if you remember I was talking about this 2 or 3 episodes ago, that I missed it, and I should have done it. Now this edge here gets plugged into something, so we don't need to worry about that. But before we do that, I want to take our little part here that we just painted, just, so that you can get perspective as to just how small this is. And I was going to place it where it's supposed to go, right here, and then I realized there's masking tape over it. So, all right, let's. I just shook this up in the paint shaker in the back. Oh my! There we go. Guess it kind of got itself a little bit dried. Okay. Now this is pretty full because I thinned it out, if you remember, to about I was estimating about 40% thinner. So I was finding that it was just a tiny bit too. Well, now it's too thin. It's great for airbrush, but it's not. It's going to take 2 coats here. Well, maybe I should open the other one because I do have 2 of these. Now, what I was thinking is that when I'm through here, it's probably going to need to be feathered out a little bit because it's going to have a tendency to want to just sort of run down the edge that's looking at you. Now this is not going to be the right color because it's going to change when it dries. Okay, I'm going to just give that a second coat later, or maybe I'll just open the other jar. This will be perfect for airbrush, though, that's won't it? Okay, didn't go too good right there, did it? I guess the masking tape was up above the plastic, but the front where everybody's going to notice is good. Let's see how our little part is going to look here now. I'll recompose and move you in just a little bit more. Okay, now if you notice on this positioning whatever that Trumpeter's put on here, they've got a little notch there, and that little notch has to line up with this right here, so we can't get it on upside down, otherwise Barnacle Bill would have to stand on his head to operate this thing if it was upside down. Okay, so there. So now it's the right way. Anyway, that's where that goes. I think we could probably glue it on right now, but I just want to wait and make sure. There's more stuff I think that has to go in here. Now, some of these other parts here, they could maybe be. I don't know if I dare try to use the Panaline accent color to bring out the details or not here. Anyway, I want to talk a little bit about the LEDs again. Okay, if we replace our light fixtures like this with an LED bulb, it's interesting to notice that they've molded into the overhead bulkhead here where the wire would go, and it gets plugged in right there. It goes right there. Another one goes here. Another one goes up here, and the fourth one in this module goes right here. As near as I can tell, there are only 4 light fixtures in this module. that doesn't mean that a person couldn't think where there might be another one and put in 5 or 6 or whatever to have everything lit up. Well, I guess you wouldn't want it to look like a Christmas tree, but anyway, what I am thinking is, let's say I was to drill it out right there. It's really easy to tell where you have to make the hole because there already is a pilot hole there for you. So then I would have the LED come in from the other side and have the wires run back somewhere. Now I was thinking, and I don't know if I'm going to do this, but what if I was to have, okay, I think there's 6 modules like this, and if each one has an average of, say, 5 lights, so that would be 30 bulbs. What if a person had 30 wires running to a control panel, a hidden control panel somewhere on the case, and then you'd have individual adjustable, what do we call those, potentiometer? I can never say that word. Anyway, adjustable rheostats for each individual light bulb, so that you could turn it up and down to get it just the way you want it. Now, this is just a thought. I'm just sort of thinking about this. It would be a lot of work, and I don't know. I'm sort of waffling from thinking, oh, this is way too much work. Who cares? To thinking, gee, that'd be a lot of fun. Why don't I just see if I can do that? And I'm pretty sure I could run some very, very fine wire, hidden it, and have it run down to a control panel, and nobody even see the wire. And you wouldn't even see the control panel until you lifted a little flap or something, and then there's all your little adjustments. Just let me see if I can find what I'm talking about here. Okay, this sort of thing, only smaller. You can get these things smaller than this yet, and I think something like that might work, because otherwise some of the bulbs are going to be way too bright, and it's just not going to look realistic. That's my thinking at this point anyway, and I don't know if I'm going to do that. It's a long ways down the road, but on the other hand, I'm sort of at the place now where we want to drill the holes in the individual modules, and I think that now is actually the time to do it, because I could lay this thing down in my drill press and make a nice precise hole, and yet on the other hand I think I could probably do it by hand too. Okay, just a thought. Okay, now we want to get back to step number 2 here, so we can move on to 3. I guess I kind of dropped the ball a little bit when I was painting this part here with the number 335. I should have also painted this one right here, and this is also keyed. It's kind of hard to see. Maybe when we put it on, I'll put the macro lens on, you'll be able to see what I'm talking about. But I should have painted this piece as well, and then it would be done. So I'm just going to go ahead and quickly do that now, because I like the way when the parts are painted separately, I don't accidentally get, when trying to paint this piece, if it was glued on, I would end up getting it all over the wall in the back, in the background. So, okay, I'm just going to go ahead and quickly do that. Now the idea is that when I put that back on, some of it's going to run down, and this thing's going to adhere where it's supposed to adhere. Now, can I turn this over? Okay, I want to turn it over. I don't want to be touching the Okay, maybe if I was to take and twist it like this. Yeah, maybe I got too much in there. Maybe I should swab some of that out. Where's one of Tennessee Jim's mini Q-tips? Okay. Now, we don't need to worry about it being picked off or anything like that. It doesn't have to have any stress involved. I think that some of that is going to meld the two pieces together. All right, now the other part that goes right here. Right now it's drying in the kitchen in front of the fan. Let's see if it's ready. Okay, I think it's safe to handle. It almost looks like in the where the crevices are, you might call it. It still looks a little bit wet, doesn't it? But the sides look okay. All right, now this is keyed. Can you see that this is keyed? So it has to go like this. All right, I'm not getting any paint on my fingers. No. Now I think that the best way to do that is to put a little bit of glue in that crack. And I can't get the lid off. Okay, there we go. Okay, now this is the one that drips, remember? Now we don't need a whole lot. I don't know if I got enough. Okay, well I did that time. You know, I should have done a dry fit. Don't want to be smearing this around all over the place. Why won't this go on now? I'm going to have to push stop here. Okay, I got it on. I just had to move it in such a way that I could actually see it. Now, this surface is dry. I don't know why the other looks like it's wet. Well, maybe because it is wet. Okay, so that's on. This one's on. Now we got to get the bunk beds mounted. Now these are both the same, so I don't think it matters which goes in which. Now, I would think that it would be important that we have these things at 90 degrees. I would think, because we are going to have to put some kind of little railings on this afterwards. And push this down all the way. Okay, now I wonder if I should put some, just glue them from the back and not worry about trying to adhere them all the way along the wall or the bulkhead. Yeah, I think I'm going to just make sure I got them in as far as they will go, and then use some extra thin to just meld the tabs in from the back. And it's not going to come out. Yeah, it's not going to come out. And that way I don't need to worry about, having the glue dissolve the paint. At least that's the plan. Okay, that should work, if this stuff is any good. Okay, I have just edited out everything that we took up until right now, and once again I was amazed at how much I'd had record pressed. I honestly had no idea that the video is as long as it is. I like to keep them down about 20 minutes or so, and I'm about twice or more that long right now. Sunrise is next. Nothing special, just nice. Okay, we are done step 2. Yeah, tomorrow we start step 3. Oh, I got a Christmas card in the mail from somebody whose name starts with C. But I don't have time to deal with that now. Yeah, we'll have to look at it tomorrow. Thanks for watching, everybody. And all being well, we'll see you tomorrow.